Good morning. The title to today's devotional is He Touched Me. He touched me. One of the areas of Jesus' ministry that has fascinated me over the years, especially in my teaching, is that of the healings that Jesus performed for many persons. Many scholars believe Jesus used his power to heal, to feed, to calm the seas, to bring persons back to life. 38 different instances are listed by many scholars. That number varies, but somewhere in that area. When I think of Jesus in this way, I am especially interested in the power that Jesus possessed and how he chooses to use his power. The temptations, of course, at the beginning of Jesus' ministry are a case quite in point. Each of the three temptations, the story is told in Matthew 4, each of the temptations are specifically aimed at Jesus using his power in a particular way to advance his ministry, turning stones into bread, throwing himself down and landing unharmed, bowing down and worshiping the devil. These are matters of prime importance in how Jesus chooses to use his power. I've also been very concerned and interested in the use of his hands in Jesus' healing ministry. By my count, Jesus used touching as the primary way to heal and to raise in 13 of his healings and raises. Jesus uses his hands, of course, and in touching. Phrases like, Jesus reached out and caught hold of him in the instance of Peter walking on the water. In the healing of the man with leprosy, Luke writes, Jesus took hold of the man and cured him. With the man full of leprosy, Jesus stretched out his hand and touched him, a leper? Yes. Mark 5:26 tells of the woman with the hemorrhage of blood who touches Jesus' cloak and is healed. In the raisings, even bringing people back to life, the matter of touching is used. When Jesus brings the daughter of the leader of the synagogue back to life, in Mark 5, he writes, Jesus grasps her hand and tells her to get up, and she arises. In the raising of the widow of Nain's son, Jesus reaches out and touches the casket, and the son, the boy, is brought back to life. I'm fascinated in Jesus' manner of touching to achieve healing, but I'm also aware of the power that we have, each one of us, in the use of our hands to communicate love and caring and healing and restoring and cleansing and bringing persons back to health. Think of the thousands of hands of doctors, nurses, technicians, therapists, lab workers, all of those in the medical and scientific field, and many others whose hands are working, touching, risking, putting in IVs, holding the hands of suffering and dying patients in homes, rooms, hospitals, and tents all over the world. I recall Hawkeye, one of maybe the prime character in the MASH episodes, telling about the hand being the one place in the body that has the most bones. I checked that out, and it says there are 27 bones, 27 joints, 34 muscles, and over 100 ligaments and tendons in the human hand. Think of all the ways our hands are valuable to us. In sports, almost every sport depends upon the use of one's hand. In football, basketball, table tennis, hockey, you name it, Hands are the important feature of the body to be used. What a gift God has given us in the creation of the human hand. Can you think of all the ways that you have used your hands in constructive, tender, loving, caring, healing ways? I'm thinking of some of the ways that you and I can use our hands and touch persons to convey our caring and concerns. We could give a person a pat on the back. We can reach an outstretched hand to lift people up, to caress and communicate love and caring. I'm also aware, as you are, of what can be done with our hands to damage, wound, inflict pain, break people's bones and flesh, scar their face or body with our hands. What strong instruments, appendages, are our human hands. In every instance, with one exception, Jesus uses his hands and his touch to heal, to cure, to bring wholeness, to bring back to life, to empower, and to cleanse. We need to be reminded, of course, that the one time Jesus became so angry, very angry, overturning the tables of the money changers and the benches where doves were being sold, declaring that they were making the house of prayer a den of robbers. So he uses his hands to express his anger in a just cause, lifting up something that was wrong and demonstrating against it. Hands can be used in thousands of ways, as we well know, for constructive or destructive ways. Remember, if you will, with me, this insightful and revealing song by the Gaither Group. Shackled by a heavy burden, 'neath a load of guilt and shame, then the hand of Jesus touched me, and now I am no longer the same. He touched me. Oh, he touched me. And oh, the joy that floods my soul. Something happened, and now I know he touched me and he made me whole. Hands, Jesus touching. Thank God for hands.